lower bracket game between CeX and London Esports. CeX Mix, that is, against London Esports. First map, best of 3. Both teams looking to get as much out of this competition as they possibly can. So I'm going to see straight from the get-go a full push from London Esports onto B site. There is a 3-man stack that LNZ is able to pick up 2, isn't able to pick up a 3rd as JS drops LS. Then ZX managed to get LNZ, JS picking up Murky, but Whitey is there and he is able to secure the kill onto JS. It's a little bit of a dampener on London Esports push onto B site. Lazar edging forward ever so slightly. They are conscious they might be coming behind, but they are still on site, and LNZ gets the first. Whitey taking a lot of damage there, but he's able to come back in and assist Lazar in finishing the round off there. The first round going to CeX Mix. Nice opening round there for CeX, going to help their confidence as much as possible. As we can see, a somewhat stable buy round coming in from them. 2 MP9s, 2 FAMASs, 1 Scout. We have 3 Deagles and 2 Scouts coming in from London Esports. That grenade, double grenade in fact, will take CeX out of the fight immediately. Lazar and Whitey again setting up the tag team there. CeX wants to grab that Scout, and he will. Yeah, it's taking a little bit of damage. Whitey is just around the corner of that MP9, which can be deadly and will be deadly in this case, as he looks to secure a kill onto ZNX. Bomb is still left towards T-spawn. Lazar will pick up Leaf as he tries to make some movements onto short, and LS will pick up EMI. Emmy, I should say, even. Whitey, low HP, not able to secure the kill onto JS. Will flash out, and he does in fact get the kill onto JS, but won't be able to pick up LNZ, unfortunately. That puts 2-0 onto CeX. But to continue this dominating position they have on London Esports this early into the match. Deagles all round for London Esports. They do have 1 Glock in play, but nonetheless, we have seen them in the last couple of games that we've casted with London Esports be quite deadly with those Deagles. JS takes a lot of damage off that grenade as it gets bounced up from Murky. CeX, ZNX and EMI now looking to push forward onto double doors. Whitey still in position, and he actually has Leaf completely unaware that he's behind him, and managed to put a few shots square in the back of his head. The push onto short will come now as London Esports look to make a manoeuvre onto A side. That grenade will do a ton of damage. An absolute mammoth amount of damage, in fact. LNZ secures a kill on DMI, but JS is there for him. Murky picks up 1. It's a 4v2. The bomb is planted, ZNX picks up LS, but Murky's there to pick up CeX. Will look to try and secure the round as well, and does in fact get his 3rd kill of the game. The kill of the round, even on ZNX with the USP. Three rounds, nothing so far. First sort of major buy run coming in now from London Esports. They will take 4 AKs now and open to battle. Murky will have a FAMAS, so Whitey 2 M4s with LS and LNZ, and Lazar holding the AWP. EMI again, another player that we've seen in previous games, put some serious damage on teams with that AWP. Should be good to watch in this round. Talks now coming out on to double doors. No one there for it to connect with, but LNZ is just around the corner. He is actually boosted up by Whitey. Himself into position, but short will be the play by the looks of things from London Esports as they try to push on to A side together. It's a pack of 3 moving towards the waiting Luzzer, who's also being backed up by Whitey as well, team captain there for CEX. Bomb is going to rotate back up towards B. It's going to go through tunnels, but Whitey's there and he goes absolutely huge, but isn't able to secure the third as CeX sprays him down, but takes a ton of damage in the process. He needs to back off immediately, escape and evade, get away from that position. And now falls to ZNX and Emite to push on to B side. The flashbang does go out. LS is ready and waiting. Gets the first kill. Murky is there to back him up. CeX will pick up LS. But Murky is there again to get the trade with CeX going down to his AK. 4 rounds nothing at the moment now for CEX as we move into round 5. Full set of Deagles and a P250 and a Scout for London Esports now, again as they try to move on to short. Done this a few times now and try as they will at some point be able to push through from it. Oh, CeX there picking up Whitey with a clean headshot, but does take a lot of damage himself in the process. Orb shot from Luzzer does miss on the first, but connects with the second as he looks to pick up a third. The Scout will hit him in the side. 20 HP, so can't really afford to peek out too far wide there, but will secure the kill onto CeX. Isn't able to connect with the third or fourth, but is the fifth. Can he get JS? But actually no, he can't, but Alice is there to help him out at least. Securing round 5 in fact now for CEX against London Esports. Oh, the AWP needy working out there for Ely. Whitey is able to get into pit. He will get the spray down onto CeX. Still feeling the effects of that flashbang. JS will hear the jump. Can he get the drop on LS? He doesn't. JS is taken out the fight by LS. As London Esports now look to push themselves down mid onto short. LS is creeping round. The AWP shot doesn't connect, unfortunately. That bomb is still going short. Luzzer could get an early pick here. Doesn't connect, unfortunately, so he has to drop back and fall down. And as he will now come to back Luzzer up. Oh, that shot from Luzzer is insane. Leaf and Emite now trying to make some sort of use of the time they've got left, but Luzzer's able to pick up a second kill with LNZ to help out. 6-0 now going into round 7. CEX leading the way, and London Esports looking to get a pause here and try and figure out exactly what they're looking to do. Goals are still in play. We can see 6 goals on the doors as they are. 6-0 for CEX mix. Whitey going huge earlier on in the earlier rounds there with the FAMAS, doing a ton of damage. Luzzer is going off the chain with the AWP at the moment. London Esports do have a B spawn, so they will look to progress that way if they can. LS and Murky will be waiting. 4 AKs for them to use here to get across onto site. Oh, Murky nearly gets the collateral, isn't able to get a second, but CeX is taken down. Leafy gets the trade. LS picks up a kill himself, but is flashed out, and he isn't able to get any more from this. LNZ picks up ZNX, and JS has got 12 HP left to use, and Lazza has been on point so far this map. 1v1 now for Lazza and JS. Trade out the AWP, wise choice. Actually not aware of what HP is left. Will get the spot at the top of mid and is able to secure the kill in the end. This man is incredible at the moment. Oh, he did actually pick up the AWP. I thought he missed it there, but he has managed to keep the AWP in play. Not that it would have mattered looking at the economy for himself. He's able to drop for his teammate as well. Murky happily accepting the M4. As we move into round 8. With London Esports a 7-round deficit at the moment. Full stack of Deagles coming in from London Esports. JS with a CZ. Whitey is just playing super aggressive on a himself all the way to pit every single time. We did see in some of the earlier games when CeX played Dust 2, they more or less left pit open. Whitey picks up the first, gets a second. Lazza's there to help out, and he picks up Leaf and JS. Emi left now in a bit of a bind, and LZ will pick him up in the end. Tag team there from Lazza and Whitey just clearing up the attack from London Esports as they come from A-Long. As you can see, all the beef I gave him a few minutes ago, and he's still 0-8. Something seems to be off with him at the moment, but we do have potentially 3 maps in this lineup between these two teams. There's still 2 more maps to go in the rest of this half and second half. He pushes on the cards here for London Esports. As they make use of some of the time set out for them with that smoke grenade still being available. Off will go on to car, no one there for it to burn up however, and they will smoke the cross. Lazza is there and may be able to pick up 1 or 2 here, but first shot doesn't connect. Needs to make this one count, is flashed out unfortunately and isn't able to see. ZNX is pushed all the way up. Whitey does end up picking him up, but Leaf is there to get the trade. LNZ and Murky just making short work there. JS is avenging his teammates as best he can. He's under 1v1 now with 14 HP left. JS. That was very unlucky there for JS. Too low HP. Wasn't able to get the drop onto LS as he was creeping around on the top there. (9-0) going into round 10. In this lower bracket game. Is going to make its way towards middle. Excuse me. LS may peek out and does get punished there for being a little bit too aggressive on mid by CeX. Flashbang will come in from short. And we can see that JS is picked up, but Emi, ZNX and CeX are able to actually secure A point on the board for them for London Esports as they round up the rest of CeX. Economy's still looking good for CeX, 9-1 at the moment into round 11. 4 rounds remaining in this half, and they will look to try and keep all 4 of those rounds if they can. That Molotov will land, doesn't connect with anyone, but JS does get a pick onto LS, but not before LS can pick up Leafy. Oh, Leaf, sorry, even. JS is taken down in the end. He might get decimated there by Luzza as he's creeping around tunnels hunting. CeX had an X left to try and recuperate something from this round, and they look to push along. He doesn't have a lot of HP to work with, but he is going to get backed up by Whitey, and he also has Alan Z not too far away to help as well. And you can see Luzza solo holding B at the moment. You can already tell this is going to go one way. It's going to go towards A. CeX with the peak. ZNX and CeX working together like this is perfect. They managed to get 2 picks on the bounce. Going to get the bomb plant down. And this puts Luzza and Whitey in a precarious position. They need to try and retake this side. Luzza with an AWP has been quite aggressive and quite deadly with it in these last couple of rounds, but I do think he's going to get caught off guard, and he is. It's left to Whitey to pick up the pieces if he can. That flashbang will go out. Oh, the spray is so close. 7 bullets remaining. He does have the HP to work with. USP is out. Can he get the kill? He does indeed. He has a defuse kit as well. This is going to be very close, but I believe he should have it. He does indeed. What a round there from CeX with that retake. 10-1 going into round 12. That was an unbelievable round there. Luzza and Whitey again working together, quite effective against this London Esports team. Whitey taking his favourite position down towards pit. Luzza is there to back him up. The smokes do come out, so flashbang will be deployed to try and help Whitey. He will get taken down in the end by CeX and Leaf. I was now looking to go short. LS makes short work of JS, but CeX is there to pick up the trade. That bomb is going to get spotted onto mid. Yuki playing a little bit of a dangerous game here, pushing up into tunnels. At the same time, he's not 100% certain what's going on. He gets the initial spray onto CeX. The rotates now coming in from Luzza and LNZ to help Murky out. Does some decent damage onto CeX, but not enough to secure a kill. ZNX will pick up Murky in the end. Flashbangs the smoke go on to site the Molotov to provide a bit more of a distraction and also a defense. Luzza not able to connect with that one unfortunately, but will pop a grenade through and stops the plant of the bomb. 13 seconds left on the clock as Luzza does come up through into window but isn't able to secure anything. And we have LNZ was caught short in a pincer movement by London Esports, who secure their second round on the board. (10-2) going into round 13. 2 rounds left in this half, and CeX have slipped a little bit there in the last couple of rounds. As we see from the buy, they have 3 Deagles, 2 Scouts, 3 AKs, SG and an AWP. He will pick up one on LNZ, but Whitey is taken down in the end by JS. Oh, Murky with a big headshot there onto Leaf. CeX is, however, there to get the trade and actually picks up LS at the same time. LNZ, the dirty headshot there onto JS, will look to recover something from this. Gets an AK and is able to move with Luzza up onto B site. CeX, not a lot of HP left for him to work with. Both teams have some utility left as well. Double doors will be re-smoked, flashes will grow onto site, and LNZ will look to push. CeX gets the pick onto LNZ. Luzza is last alive, and CeX trying to wake his team up here and bring them back into this. Into round 14 we go, 10-3 to London Esports. The Orcs get traded around, and CeX are on another eco round. 3 P250s, a P2000 and the USP in play for CeX. Sorry, that's 4 P250s even, not P2000. Tunnels there with LS and Luzza. Oh, Murky gives a little bit too much of himself away. He does get a dink though, but he's taken down in the end by JS. Leafy picks up Luzza and LS. I keep saying Leafy, it's Leafy. Gets a third on LNZ. And Mr. CeX finishes the round off for us relatively quickly there. 10-4 coming into the last round of this half. Quick look at the scoreboards, and as we can see, CeX going quite strong at the very beginning of this round, but from round 10 onwards, lost a little bit of momentum. Flashbang will come out, and Leaf is able to take LNZ down, but LNZ's Molotov finishes the job on Leaf. CeX will pick up Whitey. JS is edging himself out onto mid, and Murky is there with an AWP ready, backed up by LS. That flick was incredible from Murky, taking JS out through the door with a clean headshot there. Bomb now making its way towards A, from A long. Luzza is in a position where he might be able to do some damage, but Imai is now awakened and able to pick up a kill onto Luzza. 2v3. Bomb still isn't planted, but we have a minute left remaining. That smoke grenade will take a bit of time to settle, but LS and Murky do push themselves up. LS gets picked to first, and then Imai and ZNX will finish the round out. 10-5 as CeX and London Esports go into the second half of this map. Big second half needed from London Esports to recuperate as many of these rounds as they possibly can. CeX will look to make manoeuvres towards B site. Run into the hands of CeX, who will be backed up by LNZ when the call gets made. JS will pick up Luzza from mid. CeX with 2 clean headshots back to back. Very crisp gameplay coming in from CeX. ZNX picks up JS. LNZ is last man standing against 3 and won't be able to complete it. CeX having an incredible double kill there, one after another. (10-6) coming into round 17. As London Esports set to make a solid defense of A long, but CeX are going to go mid. May get a pick there, but JS makes short work of Whitey. LNZ coming out and just spraying everything down that's in front of him. Soulcast is able to back him up, taking Luzzer out to finish the round off. (10-7) going into round 18. And a solid buy run coming in from CeX. 5 AKs in play. They are still going against the SMGs of London Esports. It will not meet anyone there, but the short play is coming out. Nehemiah is standing by with a FAMAS to try and negate this short play. That grenade will do a massive amount of damage. Whitey will get taken down by JS in the end. Leaf is also there to pick up LNZ, but LS picks up JS, picking up Luzzer. LS is still there, still alive on site. Still looking to do some damage. Murky gets one. Can he get the second? He isn't able to finish that off. LS will though. But JS is there ready and waiting to pick up the final kill. 10-8 as we go into round 19. CeX apparently lacking something. I don't know what's happened to them since those first 10 rounds of CT, but there is a pause in players. We've lost one of the players. To give both teams a chance to have a conversation amongst themselves. A bit of time perhaps for CeX to figure out what they're looking to do next. But 10-8. We have a player back in the game. Still on the pause at the moment. I imagine that's going to come off in a second. Actually, we've lost him again, so we're still going to be waiting for a few moments. We have full CeX again, hopefully for a little bit longer maybe. Maybe. You haven't seen him drop as of yet, so I'm assuming everything is now fine and he's able to continue. Yep, pause has been taken off, so we're now back and good to go. We have 3 Deagles on CeX with 2 P250s to back them up with, an AK, 3 M4s and an AWP in play for London Esports. Once again, if you haven't joined us in our earlier casts from this evening or yesterday, or even the day before, we are at Insomnia I-65. It's very loud in the background as there are other events going on around us. Utility is put to use by CeX, but JS and ZNX will look to kill as much as they possibly can coming through that mid area. And they are actually able to clean up house. (10-9) now going into round 20. And Esports 1 round away from making this equal at 10-10. We do have a full buy run coming in from CeX, 4 AKs and an AWP. Again in the hands of Luzzer, who's been quite deadly the last, well, in the first half I should say, with the AWP. Mickey will eat the entirety of that grenade more or less, knocking it down to 44 HP. Mighty looking to peek out into mid, but there is a smoke there to cover him, and now a flashbang also to white out anyone at the bottom. As you can see from radar, there is no one there for that to have any sort of impact on. Mid is the play, and a distraction being thrown towards short as they come up through tunnels and get ready to push on to B. ZNX is ready, and he does have his teammate CeX behind him to back him up. Smoke grenade will go out. He isn't able to see because of the white, but CeX is just cleaning house here. CeX looking to try and get an ace here, perhaps. And he will do. He'll ace the round out, drawing us at 10-10 going into round 21. Hell of a play there from CeX. Wasn't able to catch all of it, but was able to get the final kill in that ace. What an unbelievable defense there of B, coming in from London Esports. They are absolutely popping at the moment as they try to get round after round back. Again, this is the first map of potentially 3 maps. Full stack of deagles on CeX as they push up short to try and make an edge away onto a site. They will start to make a lot more noise. Emi will pick up LS. LNZ with a crisp headshot onto ZNX. That Molly will come out to try and stop the plant, but Whitey's going to hold on to it. He actually manages to get away from the Molly in the end as well, but is left with 4 HP. To make a lot more noise if he can. CT side, looking to see if there's anyone coming from the back side of them. Leaf will pick up Whitey as JS takes out Luz. JS trying to get the extra man, but will end up sticking the defuse, allowing CeX to pick up a kill of his own. Eleven 10 going into round 22. It's a strong CT side going down along A. They are going to meet. Oh, CeX! Someone needs to tell this man to slow down. 2 crisp, clean headshots there, back to back. That just knocks the wind out of all of that push on long A, forcing CeX to backtrack quite a bit towards short. She will find a little bit of success in managing to get through and onto. Utility now being used to help them push on to site. Emi is standing by, managed to get the first pick onto LS. If is there at the bottom looking towards pit. Don't think he realises that all of CeX are now on site as there's only 2 left alive. Leza will get picked up by a lot of damage on the grenade, and CeX ends up getting him through burn damage, in fact, with the molly. LNZ now hanging around at short will get picked up by Leaf in the end as we go 12-10 into round 23. Oh no, nothing, not even a shot there from Lizzer actually on to mid. We'll push up, JS is standing by and takes a lot of damage, but not enough to kill him, unfortunately, as Murky is lost in that push. Bombs on mid, so again, potentially could look to go either way at this moment. It would appear it's going to go through mid doors. LS watching the rear of his team as Whitey and LS look to move forward. JS has his open hand, and he's going to be able to look down towards mid. Actually, no, they're going to looking actually like they're going to keep away from mid, in fact, or keep on mid even, I should say. Set up some smokes and some flashbangs to help their push through. As I said, JS does have his ult ready, but that smoke grenade is going to prove difficult to see through, but he is able to get the pick onto LNZ. ZNX getting Whitey there, but LS does pick up CeX from behind, but ZNX a little bit too quick for LS there, and he finishes the round out for us. Balls in play now, going into round 24, 13-10 to London Esports. CeX is just playing out of his socks at the moment, 29 kills. As we can see from the scoreboard, it is all London Esports in the second half of this game. CeX have a loss bonus of 3,400, but they can't keep losing rounds like this back to back. Pause is still in play. Waiting for the teams to get themselves ready to rock and roll into round 24. CeX looking to swap a few pistol rounds here. P250s, Deagles, CZs will come out into play as well. 3 CZs in fact, 1 P50 and a Deagle. Looks as though we may go back live. We are indeed. Round 24 beginning in 10 seconds there. 13-10 to London Esports as we speak. That B push is looking very strong at the moment, as nearly enough the entirety of CeX look to make their way into tunnels. Just slightly and figure out the timing. They do have some utility to use to help them get onto site. And we have CeX standing by, ready to receive here. Molly and smoke grenade, as well as the spray down going through into tunnels. Doesn't seem to have put a damper on CX's move. That grenade will land quite a lot of damage between Murky, Whitey and LNZ, but the push is coming through now. LNZ will pick up 2, CeX picks up 1, but ZNX and CeX are now dead on B site. The bomb is still in play on the site itself, and Whitey will look to plant it as quick as possible before that rotate comes in from the remaining London Esports players. JS, Leaf and Emai set now to push on to B site. Up to stop this round from going in the favour of CeX. JS in fact picks up Whitey. Luzza manages to turn around and pick up JS, but at that point it's game over for Luzza. Emai is able to peek out sideways and slap him in the forehead. 14-10 going into round 25 in favour of London Esports. London Esports have plenty of cash to throw around, as look to fill up as much as they can on utility going into this round. Not so much cash for CeX to use. Their economy is suffering quite a fair bit with these deficit of rounds coming through, but they are still able to buy utility with that loss bonus. Players now looking to move down onto short. They will go uncontested into short, in fact, as smokes Flashes and mollies start getting thrown into play. Imai with his back turn spins around and gets Whitey with a clean headshot there. JS just sneaking through the smoke and picking LNZ apart. Flashbang will come in, but it's not for the benefit of anyone. That frag grenade will do some damage to LNZ, but Molotov isn't anywhere near to do the amount of damage they would have wanted there. So 3-man hold on to A site. That Molotov will push LNZ forward, LS forward even, I should say. Murky picking up one. Lazar picks up another. The smoke grenade will come in. He will try to defuse. But that bomb, I think, is only going to go... Actually, no, I'm wrong. Bomb is defused by London Esports. And they go into round 26, 15-10. Looks like map 1 is over for CeX. That must have been such a close defuse there. Grenade up mid from LNZ will do a little bit of damage to Murky. Not a huge amount in the grand scheme of things though, so we are still looking at a mid play again coming in from CeX. And it will go uncontested up to a certain point at least, as LNZ looks to try and get a pick into CT if he can. More players there for him to choose. JS is waiting around the box. And we also have Imai at the very top with his ult. Waiting now for the clock to tick down a little bit here as these teams look to potentially come into the final round of this map. Imai needs to make sure he stays up there, makes one fatal move. Mazza will take him down for it. He does indeed secure the opening kill. So Cass will pick up LS and JS is left. Whitey and Lazar's back turned completely and is able to do a massive amount of damage. LNZ now looking to go all the way to A site with the bomb, knowing that the final two players have to be on B site. We will get the plant off. There's a little bit of time to work with so he can put a defense in place. He has got some utility spare, which form of 2 flashbangs and a frag grenade, which he can put to work. Patience is the key here for LNZ. He needs to get this opening frag. He won't, unfortunately, and Solcas has just been absolutely on fire in this second half. 16-10 now moving into the second map.